All right, so everybody's saying this right now. It's the end of the world. The Cowboys season is over with. And it's because the first 3 games we played nobody. And we finally played a formidable opponent, and they exposed the Cowboys. And Cowboys are trash, and they won't make any type of adjustments. It's just going to be 3 games, the only 3 games that the Cowboys are going to win, and every team is going to pick upon this, and the Cowboys are going to be like, what, some crazy record, 3-13. No, this team is not like that. This team is not going to fold up. This team, we do got some resiliency. We do fight. So that's what I want to put into your mental. Don't hear the excuses of saying that, hey, if only we did this, if only we did that. No, we just got to properly plan better for next week. We got to properly understand our opposition. We got to take away what they do good and make it our strength, meaning that we got to put the pressure on the opposition. We got a loss on the record, which is cool. I don't think that it was going to be ever a chance anyway to be 19-0. I don't think that there was going to be a chance anyway to win every game. You got to pump the brakes, Cowboy Nation. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to go back and forth with Saints fans. But at the end of the day, and it's okay to also go back and forth with Eagles fans as well. Keep all of that energy, Cowboy Nation. Keep continuing to deliver the fact, because if the roles were reversed and we only had 1 Super Bowl and those 2 organizations had 5, trust me, they will be saying the same thing. And if they want to use a little phallus excuse or the phallus saying that, well, you haven't won in this century, remind them this with the facts. Tell them what's taking them so long, right? And tell them to continue to use those neck muscles looking up to the greatest organization ever played in the National Football League as it relates to remunerations for the nation, as it relates to branding. Nobody else can even top us. Second to none. Now, and all it takes is for us to get 1 more Super Bowl, and we're really going to take the top off of everything. But shout out to those other organizations. They still using the neck muscles, right? So don't get all in a twist about this team. But what I can say, that Jerry Jones, I love him. I love Jerry. I just wish that sometime Jerry would hush, because he went out earlier and said, well, hey, Tyron Smith got a high ankle sprain and he may be out for several weeks. Yes, he do have a high ankle sprain. I can say that. But what I can say this too is that Jerry Jones loved to talk, and on top of that, he talks too quick or talk too soon. So it seems as if though the MRI for Tyron Smith came back negative, which is good, but he's still going to have to be lingering with that injury. Frasier, I love Frasier. I think that he's one of the better tacklers that we got on this team. He can field, he can cover it decent, and when he hits you, you will feel it. When I'm talking about when he can field, I'm talking about shooting the gap and plugging it up and not afraid. He's not a afraid guy. But here's the problem. He's injury prone. Every year of his career, he's been injured or having some type of deal. And I can say this, last year, we needed him, especially against the LA Rams game. So what I can say this is that the Cowboys need to figure out a way to bring in some more help, and do not say to yourself, we okay in that spot. Bring in somebody, find somebody. And also reevaluate the talent that we already got out there as well. So you can look at those parameters of the entire talk track of what we need to do as it relates to safety play. Now, we talk about this thing right quick. We still talk about the Saints game until Wednesday. But I'm not going to look too far down the line until the Green Bay Packers until the latter part of the week. But I can say this, since we lost this past weekend, Cowboy fans, if the weight and the pressure is too heavy, I'm talking about it just weighing you down, it's like I can't stand up, then just start looking forward. Look beyond the Saints. Just start looking forward to the Green Bay Packers. Just start it. Just go ahead and start thinking of ways of how you can slow down Aaron Rodgers, because he did put up 400 yards the last time I saw him on national TV. Of course, he was against the Eagles. But just start thinking about ways of saying to yourself, how can we utilize, because we hit ourselves, we ran into a brick wall. We ran into a brick wall all last game. Keep running to the brick wall, running to the brick wall. But now how we can move that back and go back to saying, let's open up this offense. Let's give the young number 20, got fresh legs out there, a chance and an opportunity to shine. Let's make this thing a split back, because obviously, when you look at the tape, you can say, man, 1.9 yards per carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Was that the steel curtains? Was that the 85 Bears that we just played against? No. It's stupidity that we did. It's continue to run into a brick wall expecting different results when you can utilize the middle of the field, because they was giving it to you. And I already did the video. Check out my latest video of talking about you can use play action or RPOs, even though you have not established the run, to still set up the pass and to still set up the run down the line. Look, there's more than one way to scan a cat. And what I'm tired of seeing is the Cowboys putting ourselves in the box saying, well, we are run first offense. Lord, we are run first offense. We are a run first offense. We just need to run. No, give the quarterback a chance to prove that he can pass it. He can pass the ball. And then in a pinch, when you need him to roll out. Don't get too cute. Roll the brother out. Hey, RPOs, Dak Prescott, I understand. Getting hit in the National Football League is a hard thing to do, right? To get hit and lay out and these sorts of things. But somehow you got to look at it in these fashion. Kill him with the Mississippi State legs. Make the opposition free. I like when we freeze the mic, when we freeze the guy on the edge, also the linebacker, when they got to be focused and saying, okay, is the quarterback is going to keep this thing, or the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides are going to keep this thing, Ezekiel Elliott. I love it when we play that type of mind effery. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep it PG-13 if you know what I mean. We got to go back to that brand of football. We can't be sitting back saying, okay, we're gonna pull open the Scott Linehan plays, because right now the young kid plays are not working. No, keep the patience going and understand that I do not like the philosophy, and collectively the fan base don't like the philosophy as well, of saying eventually the big play is gonna come and we continue to get the 1 yard, the 2 yard, 1 yard, 2 yards, and that's the old fashioned football of my man versus your man type of stuff, and we all gonna beat you down. No, scheme that thing open, scheme it open, plan properly. Understand that when you are in a situation where it's now, we are still leading in our division, which is cool. I ain't gonna lie, 3-1 is cool, because I can go like this. ESPN 30 for 30. What if I told you before the season started the Cowboys are going to be 3-1? I know a lot of people going to say, man, I would take that any day, even twice on Sunday. They would love to take that 3-1. 4-0 would have been sweet, but I know a lot of fans would have been like, man, 3-1 start the season off. Man, we on a good path. We on a good pace. So we's 3-1. We finna face the Green Bay Packers, who we should be able to run the rock on. And as far as the pass and defense against the actual Packers, they got good pass pro defense. We gotta figure out the manipulations. We gotta figure it out. We gotta gash them when the opportunity is there. We gotta figure out ways to do the things that got us for the first half of the season, well, for the first 3 games. And I do know a lot of people going to hit it with the low-hanging fruit, saying we didn't play anybody. But no, we still got to play our style and our philosophy of football. And everything else will work its way out. Everything will work its way out. Let's continue to be positive, even though, like I said before, Cowboy fans, you have a right to be emotional. You have a right to be angry. You have a right to have a pillow and kick it. Leave those aggressions out on that pillow that you got over there in the corner. Just don't hit nobody, right? Let's not be foolish with it. You have a right to do that. You have a right to be not thorough and knowledgeable of the game. You got a right to do that, right? And that's understandable. Do not take this stuff so serious that you can't focus and you can't go to work and you can't do your natural things as like being a husband or a wife or what have you. No, don't let the temptations of anger control you. Don't let it control you, Cowboy Nation. Let's continue to take this thing one day at a time, one movement at a time, brick by brick. And you continue to slap them bricks on top of each other. And then you look back and you'll say, man, look at this wonderful castle I built, this kingdom. And this is what the Cowboys are going to do. Yeah, we lost. We got punched in the mouth. And I said this theory or analogy on the live stream last night. The movie Creed, and I should get some royalties now. The movie Creed, number 2, the part 2, not the first one. That boy got his butt beat down. He got beat down so bad. And his lady was like, won't you just quit? Won't you just give up? You will die the next time you get out there in the ring. And he said, well, baby, I'm dead if I don't get back out there. Because this is my legacy. I'm paraphrasing the movie. This is my legacy. And I'm trying to not just do this for my father, but for me, for myself. Meaning that he got his butt whooped. And he had to understand that he had to go back and train. He had to reevaluate. He had to plan and properly make proper preparations so that the next time that he get back out there in the field or in the ring, in the arena, that it wasn't an easy battle for him. He didn't just walk out there and just hit the guy one time and he fell out. That's not life. He had to continue to battle. And even through his battling, he learned some more. And against the opposition, he eventually won. So what I'm saying is, Cowboy Nation, we have to go back into the battlefields of our minds and go back into the deserts of our hearts and go back there and retrain and refocus and replan and make proper preparations. And then when we face the opposition again, what they thought is our weakness is now our strength. And what they thought that we couldn't do, now we are able to do. That is what life is all about collectively. Is understanding that when you get down, and if you get knocked down, try to lay it on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up, Cowboy Nation. And we are on our backs right now. We can still look up. We are still 3-1. Do not let people discount you from your wins. Do not let people make you feel like you're not worthy to represent that silver and blue, and the Cowboy Nation is just a crumbling nation. No, don't let them get into your mental. Let's continue to grind. And speaking of that, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Go Cowboys. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. We got this.